28-year-old is in custody, and this is just the latest in his legal troubles. He's scheduled to appear in a Baltimore Circuit Court.
Gervonta Davis walked out earlier today. That's after a judge gave him a $1,000 bond. Davis was scheduled to headline a boxing match next week in Washington, D.C. It's unknown if that's going to happen.
Are you retiring?
Trash.
What changed? What made you?
Trash. God.
Gervonta Davis's career is over after a shocking downfall. Once a dominant force in boxing, his latest controversy or setback has marked the end. Fans are disappointed, and his future looks uncertain. Tank Davis destroyed his career by announcing retirement at such a young age. Fans are shocked, wondering why he'd walk away in his prime with so much potential left. His decision leaves many questions.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Gervonta Davis, famously known as Tank, started his professional boxing career on February 22, 2013. At the young age of 18, his debut match took place at the D.C. Armory in Washington, D.C. against Desi Williams and ended with a knockout. In the first round, marking the rise of a new and exciting talent in the world of boxing.
Do it again. Oh, give me the hand up. Catch your hand. Good. Catch it. Good. Good. Make sure you catch it with your hand, man. I don't trust you, man. You want to do it? Want to do it? Same first minute. You fighting that? I don't think so. Fuck around. You roll down. You're from the. You roll down. Bring me one for a whistle for him. Ooh. Bring it to the corner. Get it in there. You got to step closer. There you go. The hand, do it again. Show right over there.
To fully pursue his dream of becoming a boxer, Davis made the tough choice to leave school, understanding the value of education. He later completed his GED, showing his commitment not just to boxing, but also to improving himself and continuing his personal development.
I went back to school. That's for me. So when I went back to school, because I dropped out because I was missing a lot of days because I was in tournaments and stuff like that, or I was fighting when I'm not in tournaments, and then it started pushing me more away from school.
In the beginning of his career, Davis received guidance and support from experienced boxers like Adrian Broner. Broner's influence and connections in the boxing world gave Davis important exposure and chances that helped raise his profile in the tough world of professional boxing.
You my brother, and I see something, I'm gonna call and check up on you, see if everything works. Or if it ain't right and I feel like you should be over here, I'm gonna let you know it. And that's just all it was. That's my baby brother, you know, he called and shit, that's what it was, and now we here.
Is y'all relationship the same in that way? Like, cause Calvin said that yesterday too, he was like that, there was a point where he was like, when Tank first got around you,
yeah,
he didn't want to leave. He was like, we had to track Tank down, like, yo, where the fuck is he? Why he don't want to come back? Is it still that same type of energy like with y'all?
Hell yeah.
Cause you know, I'm just saying, like, now that Tank is like the face of boxing, right? So sometimes, you know, when a nigga gets some clout and they get some money, it's like shit changed.
See, one thing about him, why I respect him so much, because even though he's where he at right now in the sport and in the cash cow of the sport right now, he still look at me as big bro. He still look at me as big bro, and he still respect me as big bro, and our relationship.
Another key figure in Davis's journey was the great Floyd Mayweather Jr. Mayweather mentored Davis and supported him both inside and outside the ring. Their bond was so strong that Davis called Mayweather his big brother to show. This connection, Mayweather gave Davis a $6,000 Jeep, showing his belief in Davis and his commitment to helping him succeed.
I was out eating, so he called me. He always told me he was gonna give me a car and stuff like that, give me a place and all that. But he had a lot going on, you know, and I wasn't rushing him because I knew he had a lot going on. So this particular day, he just called me. I was out eating, so he called me and was like, "I'm about to have someone to pick you up. Just be ready." So I was out eating, so I was like, "Okay, I'm ready now." So they came pick me up. Then he took me to the dealership. So he let me test drive this. And he also let me test drive a Charger. The Charger was too fast, and he was like, everybody at the gym have them.
That's true, they do.
Yeah, he was like, we want to get you something different. So.
Well, you're from Baltimore. You need a Jeep on the streets of Baltimore.
Yeah.
I've watched the news.
Yeah.
What did they say back home when everybody saw the story that Floyd Mayweather bought you a very expensive car?
Not only that he bought me an expensive car, he took me in.
Took you interest in you and your career, yeah?
Yeah, as a fighter, also as a, you know, Floyd old enough to be my son, so I wouldn't say a big brother, so he like a father figure and stuff like that. He took me in, and you know, he been treating me good since I knew him. You know, he been not only in the boxing, like working with me on boxing, he showed me like the business side and all that type stuff, and he showed me a lot, and I appreciate him and I love him forever for that.
Tatiri Quo Dadran Force. From the start, Coach Calvin Ford has played a key role in Davis's boxing career as his trainer and mentor. Ford's steady guidance and coaching have helped shape Davis into the strong fighter he is today. Their lasting partnership shows how trust and loyalty are vital for long-term success in sports.
Well-being as well as your boxing progress, who you have been invested with from the outset. Tank has been with Coach Calvin Ford since he was, I think 8 or 9, which is crazy. And the relationship that those two have is an enormous factor. Tank trusts Coach Calvin to give him the right advice, and that has been proven to be a good position, a good place to put your trust, because as of yet, he hasn't given any bad advice. He's very calm in the corner. He knows when to tell Tank to turn it up. He gives him understandable advice, and he gives him very simple advice in the corner. At the gym, he obviously works him hard. He gets the best out of him.
The year 2024 was a major milestone in Davis's career. His performances thrilled fans, and his fame reached new levels. His mix of power, speed, and charisma won over audiences around the world, making him one of boxing's most exciting. Stars, despite his rise opinions on Davis's place in the sport, remain divided. Some say casual fans overrate him, not understanding the sport deeply, while others feel true boxing experts underrate him despite his strong skill set.
When he fought Isaac Cruz, he was 25-0, and he fought that little dude, that little pit bull coming at him all the time. And I mean, the movement, the boxing skills, that to me was the moment that Gervonta Davis hit the scene. And I said, yo, this is one of the best fighters in the world. When did you know he was one of the best fighters in the world?
Like
Right
even
there.
in the fight, I knew that I had him.
I mean, everybody knew.
No, but people didn't know, like, he actually can hit, like, when his punches was like
You
hard.
felt it?
Yes.
Was he the strongest punch you think you ever felt?
Facts.
Really?
Yeah.
One debated issue among analysts is the caliber of Davis's opponents. Some argue his promoters have carefully chosen fights that favor him, reducing his chances against tougher challengers to solidify his legacy. Critics call for Davis to take on champions from other divisions, especially in the 135 and 140-pound classes, to prove he can compete with the best in boxing.
All right. Hey guys, Adriana Jimenez Joan here with two-time and current WBA super featherweight champion Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta, just a couple days away from headlining your first U.S. base card against Hugo Ruiz, originally against Abner Mares, who we wish a speedy recovery. How excited are you to get inside the ring and give us a great show?
I'm very excited, you know, just to be back, just to be back in the ring, give my fans a great show, even the fans all over a great show that's turning in on Showtime. I believe that I will have a great performance. I don't think I have a lot of ring rush, but hopefully Hugo can come in, living up to his word, and I live up to my word, and we give on a great show.
We know that Hugo's been pretty vocal saying that he wants that knockout, that he wants to knock you out. But we know that you're very confident in what you bring. What kind of fight can we expect?
Action-packed fight. Off of what he's saying, he's saying that he coming in to knock me out, so he have to bring action, to do that. So I'm ready. Training camp been going.
Davis's interactions with fans and the media have faced criticism. His passionate and sometimes controversial remarks about other fighters have been seen by some as fanboy behavior.
Damn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
In an interview, Gervonta "Tank" Davis confidently criticized Frank Martin's skills, highlighting flaws in his defense offense and overall technique. He dismissed Martin's power as unimpressive, arguing that Martin lacks proper defensive movement, noting that he rarely slips punches, but instead retreats and moves without solid technique.
For sure. Do you think that's gonna be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Cause he a good boxer, nigga. Like that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right.
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You don't think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. Go look at his fights.
So you
I
feel
probably
like
put him on game.
Hold on, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I touched him with 16-ounce gloves on, and he ran. Imagine if I hit him with 8-ounce. The guy is here too.
Who? What guy?
The one that
was there?
No, the one that he sparred.
Oh,
I mean, the one that he fought.
Oh, Edwin. Yeah, you seen him. Yeah, I seen Edwin. Yeah, I saw Edwin in here.
Tell him rematch that guy. Now, if he beat him, then
they go.
We can get him.
Okay.
I guarantee you won't fight that guy again.
Oh, Edwin.
Yeah, I guarantee.
Okay. All right. Listen, I thought one of the other things that was interesting, them 6 or 7 fights, I saw the dude Turkey Al-Sheikh. He's one of them guys now. He doing different stuff in boxing. You know the Turkish dude that put in the Saudi Arabian cars and he said, yo, Tank, come over here. He was like, yo, you need to send 2 Ferraris before I even.
After defeating Frank Martin, Davis boldly challenged top fighters such as Vasily Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson. He expressed a strong desire to face them all. This confidence highlights his belief in his skills and his determination to prove himself against the best in boxing as he aims to solidify his place among the elite.
When he fought Isaac Cruz, he was 25-0, and he fought that little dude, that little pit bull coming at him all the time. And I mean, the movement, the boxing skills, that to me was the moment that Gervonta Davis hit the scene. And I said, yo, this is one of the best fighters in the world. When did you know he was one of the best fighters in the world?
Like, even in the fight, I knew that I had him.
I mean, everybody knew.
No, but people didn't know, like, he actually can hit, like, when his punches was, like
You
hard.
felt it?
Yes.
Was he the strongest punch you think you ever felt?
Facts.
Really?
Yeah.
Sandra de Lucedens, General Verhoeven. Alongside Davis's impressive accomplishments and growing popularity, he has faced the inevitable challenges that come with success. The heightened attention, criticism, and pressure of the spotlight have created new obstacles, putting his resilience and capacity to handle a high-profile career to the test.
The best ones out there is what they don't know, gets less respect for it, but one of the best ones out there. Now his mouth a little different, you know what I'm saying? He's a different kind of character when it comes to the mouth. Yeah. Because that's where he's from. But he's really one of the pound the best ones of the crew. And I'm gonna tell you why he's the best one of the crew, to me. He can punch, but he also can box. You understand me? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do a left side, right side, he can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done. And that's saying a lot, because not many guys can do that today.
We're gonna have some music on that bit.
At first, retirement was not part of Davis's plans, but after encountering several personal and professional struggles, his outlook changed. He started expressing frustration with boxing, calling it trash, and saying he no longer values titles or honors. This shift in attitude has made him consider leaving the sport sooner than expected.
Are you retiring?
Trash. What changed? What made you?
Trash, garbage. I don't care about belts and I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about none of that.
That's why I don't want boxing more.
When you start losing your love for boxing, what happened?
I want to do therapy, right? It will lose the fire that I have inside me.
Fed up.
The intense pressure of fame and constant scrutiny has affected Davis deeply. He has grown more outspoken about his wish to retire, highlighting his need for rest and therapy. Despite being young, Davis understands the importance of mental health and recognizes that taking a break from boxing may be necessary for his overall well-being, even if it means stepping away from the sport he once cherished.
Everyone to see, on whether it's on social media, whether it's the comments that are being made by both men. Gervonta Davis reacted to, Floyd Mayweather explaining why he did a press conference on the same day that, Gervonta had a press conference, and he said they offered him $1 million for that particular press conference, and Michael Benson reported this, and Gervonta Davis quoted the tweet and said "lol" on top of it, because Gervonta Davis apparently was quoted saying that it doesn't matter how much money a man has, he can still be jealous. Like, why Floyd would be jealous of Gervonta Davis? Gervonta Davis, I like Gervonta Davis. I think he's a very exciting talent, very good fighter.
He was telling me just stay calm. I always like to listen to Floyd when it comes to big stages like this, because he's the only one that been in my shoes and been like in these type of fights. You know what I mean? So I always try to stay close to Floyd when stuff like this happens. You know what I mean? Just to keep me humble and like have me on the right track. You know what I mean? So I always appreciate Floyd for being in my corner, having my back. Always, you know what I mean? So as always, there'll be love for Floyd Mayweather.
Observers speculate that Davis's thoughts of retirement stem from different causes. Some think he feels bored after overcoming many of his initial challengers, while others believe the intense pressures and demands of boxing have caused burnout, leading him to consider stepping away.
Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night. It all depends what fits you. Like, I'll run in the morning. If I don't, I'll run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night. Or I run. And that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside. So I just be in the gym and home. That's it. Like, I don't go nowhere. Some people just go away and be...
But you specifically?
Me? First of all, I get a camp house, out here. Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night, It all depends what fits you. Like, I'll run in the morning. If I don't, I'll run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night. Or I run. And that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside. So I just be in the gym and home.
Regardless of the reasons, Davis is clearly dealing with complicated emotions as he weighs his future. Even though he leans toward retirement, he has voiced interest in facing 3 particular opponents before ending his career.
How do you feel about Floyd and Tank beefing online?
I see it a little bit. Yeah, I like both guys, so it's like, I know Gervonta has his issues with Floyd, and Floyd has a big ego where he wants to be the man on top, and Gervonta's trying to get on top, but it seems like he has to get from under Floyd because Floyd's a big man. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard. it kind of reminds me of me and my son. Like I kind of like got myself away and let him do his own thing and let him have his own glory, his own, you know, his own glory, his own life. You know what I'm saying? So me being there all the time was shadow over all this stuff. Sometimes, not intentionally. I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm not trying to be like, I don't care about the Eagles. I want him to be the best. But me being too close to him all the time takes away a little bit of his shadow, a little bit of his shine. So I need to be, I'm still gonna tell him everything he needs to know. I'll get in the ring with him, spar with him, do all kinds of stuff. But he has his own coach, he has his own manager, he has his own team, he has his own family, he has his own, his own stuff.
While he has not publicly named these fighters fans, and analysts speculate that he aims to solidify his legacy by facing top contenders and champions before retiring.
What do you think is the minimum weight of someone that could beat you in a fight?
Minimum weight?
Yeah, say someone's like 250.
Yeah, probably like, 250, 220 or some shit like that.
With no experience?
Yes, sir.
Someone with no experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, hell no. They gotta have experience to beat me.
No, but like a 300 guy, no experience.
I'm whooping that ass.
Yeah.
I'm whooping that ass.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned and see you next time.